your Spurs knowledge. Now, I've tried to make it, I've spent the best part of a few hours doing this. There's 50 questions here. So, you know, hopefully you're going to enjoy what we've done. Just a little gift from the Tottenham supplement. Dino, he's joined as well. And Jay, how you doing? Yeah, we wanted to keep you all entertained. And obviously we know that we're all locked down here. And I hope you're all keeping safe. Doing the sensible thing, which is staying at home where possible. But staying at home doesn't have to be boring. So we've researched some questions. Some of them are quite easy because I want to make sure everyone gets a fair pop at this, and some of them are a bit tricky. So we'll see the real aficionados in this. Okay, so we kind of wanted to see if we could do something to get a bit of interest. Obviously, the football season's been a little bit dead now for a long time. Whether that's a good or bad thing this year, the way Tottenham have been playing, I really don't know. But anyway, here's the quiz. We welcome you all. Anyway, we're going to be going through all the questions all in one hit. I'll be telling you what points you get, and then we'll be going for the different rounds. And at the end, we'll tell you exactly what your score makes you. All right. We will have a break as well. You'd like a break. If anyone needs a break, by the way, just tell me. Now, please keep your comments coming because it's quite funny as the video goes on. But please, please, please don't spoil the quiz for everyone and don't put any answers up. All right. Anyone that puts any answers up, we're just going to kind of boot off the feed if we can and get out the site. So please, it's a bit of fun for everyone. Don't be frightened. I'm not going to make you post your scores if you're embarrassed, but be honest. No Googling, all right? We all think these smartphones are great because we can Google, but there's absolutely no point in Googling, all right? Let's just see what you know and what you don't know. There's stuff from all eras. I've tried to put it from all eras, so we all get a chance, all right? So there's some really oldie questions. There's some ones for the newbies. So there should be some stuff on everything, okay? So this is how the format is going to be. There's going to be 4 rounds, all right? Those rounds are Glory, Glory Days and Nights. Round 2 will be Spurs Legends. Round 3 will be our White Hart Late Homes, old and new. And round 4 will be the big general knowledge Spurs quiz. All right, so we've got Glory, Glory Days and Nights, Spurs Legends, White Hart Lane Homes, old and new, and Spurs general knowledge. Okay, now there's 50 questions in total. There's 53 points up for grabs, all right? Each of the main rounds have 10 questions. The big general knowledge round at the end has 20. So if you're all ready, let's get ready to go, all right? Eyes down, good luck, and let's see who the Spurs fans are. Okay, so make sure you've got something obviously to write this down on, whether it be your phone and your notes, your iPads or a bit of paper. Question number 1 in the first section, which is Glory, Glory Days and Nights. Question 1. Nice easy one. How many times have Spurs won back-to-back FA Cups? Okay? How many times have Spurs won back-to-back FA Cups? That's won it one year and then won it the next. How many times have Spurs done that? We'll break you in nice and easy. Okay? We'll move on to the next one. If any of you need me to repeat a question or to slow down, please just say. Question number 2. How many times have Spurs won the League Cup or Worthingtons or Carlings or Milk or Carabao, whatever names you want to call it, okay? Yeah, so just write your answers down, Dino. Keep them to yourself, all right? Write them on your phone or just write them on a bit of paper. We'll go through all the questions and at the end I'll do the answers, okay? So yeah, so question 2. How many times have Spurs won the League Cup? If you don't know, just hazard a guess. Doesn't really matter. If you don't hazard a guess, you're not going to win. Okay, question number 3. In 1984, in a glory, glory night, in the UEFA Cup final, we beat Anderlecht at White Hart Lane. But what was the score in the first leg in Brussels? Okay, so in 1984, in the UEFA Cup final against Anderlecht at White Hart Lane, we won the UEFA Cup. However, what was the score in the first leg? in Brussels? I've seen someone drop out there. I hope they're not thinking the questions are too hard. Okay. I might say, by the way, Chris, I'm expecting top-notch scores from you. Okay, if you're ready, watched on Sport Night. Nice one, Barry. Well done. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Question number 4. In our Champions League final against Liverpool last year, in what minute did we concede our first goal? Now, this is multiple choice. In the Champions League final against Liverpool last year, in what minute did we concede our first goal? Was it A, the 2nd minute, B, the 3rd minute, C, the 4th minute, or D, the 7th minute? So in our Champions League final against Liverpool, what minute did we concede? Was it the 2nd minute, 3rd, 4th, or 7th? I know the answer is who cares, but there you go. Okay, question number 5. In the epic 1991 Wembley FA Cup final against Arsenal, Gaza scored one of the most famous free kicks in the competition's history. What was the score of that final? Okay, so in the epic 1991 Wembley FA Cup semi-final against Arsenal, Spurs scored one of the most famous free kicks in the competition's history. What was the score in that semi-final? Fabulous goal. I was there. I remember it. I remember it well. Okay. Question number 6. In the epic 1963 European Cup Winners' Cup final, what was the final score and who did we play in that game? You get no points unless they both are correct, all right? 1 point, you got to get them both correct. So in the 1963 European Cup Winners' Cup final, what was the final score and who did we play? Again, hazard a guess if you're not sure. Doesn't really matter. No one's going to oust you. This is all you, only you know. Okay, question number 7. Also, in the same epic 1963 European Cup Winners' Cup final, name any of the 2 goal scorers from either team. Okay, you must name 2 players for the point. All right, and no points for one. So in this 1963 European Cup Winners' Cup final, name any of the 2 goal scorers from either team. Now we're starting to get there. Okay, are we ready for question number 8? Name either of the 2 Tottenham goal scorers when we beat Nottingham Forest in the 1991 FA Cup final. Okay, so name either of the 2 Tottenham goal scorers when we beat Nottingham Forest in the 1991 FA Cup final. That one's got a nice little twist. This is your clue for that one. Almost at the end of the first round. So question number 9. We all remember that amazing night a couple of years ago when we beat Real Madrid 3-1 in the Champions League. How many times have we beaten Real Madrid in international fixtures in total? Okay, so we all remember that amazing night a couple of years ago when we beat Real Madrid 3-1 in the Champions League. But how many times in total have we beaten Real Madrid in international fixtures? Again, if you don't know, just hazard a guess. Okay, and the last question of the glory days and nights. Question number 10. Who were our opponents in our first ever Champions League match in 2010-2011 season? Okay, so who were the opponents? Who were our opponents in our very first Champions League match in 2010-2011 season? And no, you don't get any points if you know the score, but I'll tell you the score anyway. Okay, guys, so that's glory days and nights. That's the first round of 4 done. Okay, and that entire round is worth 10 points, so we'll see. Okay, so we're moving on to the next section now. Okay, time to test your mettle on Spurs legends. This is where I hope Mickey Hazard has tuned in. We've got a special one for him, by the way. Get well soon, Mickey. Okay, so question number one in Spurs legends. In 1989, Gary Lineker signed for Tottenham in a £1.1 million deal. What club did he transfer from? It's a nice easy one. Oh, Chris, on that last question, the very, very first game. The first game, all right? Not necessarily main group, the first game. Okay, so I'll say that one again. So in the Spurs Legends section, number one, in 1989, Gary Lineker signed for Tottenham in a £1.1 million deal. What club did he transfer from? Come on, that's a nice and easy one. Evening, Dean's joined. Okay, so anyone that's missed some of these questions, we're going to post them up a bit later on, right? So you'll have them anyway. Okay, question number two in Spurs Legends. Pat Jennings was our legendary keeper from 1964 to 1977. How many appearances did he make for us? Now, this is a multiple choice, all right? Or for those that don't know, it's a multiple guess. So Pat Jennings was our legendary keeper. How many appearances did he make for us? Was it A, 239, B, 331, C, 401, or D, 427? Did he appear A, 239, B, 331, C, 401, or D, 427? How many appearances did Pat Jennings make for us? Okay, Chris's favourite next, Gareth Bale. So question number three. Gareth Bale was one of our most recent legends. How many goals did he score for our club? Again, multiple choice here, all right? So Gareth Bale was one of our most recent famous legends. How many goals did he score for our club? Was it A, 42, B, 59, C, 83, or D, 101? How many goals did Gareth Bale score for our club? Was it A, 42, B, 59, C, 83, or D, 101? This is why I hope old Mickey Hazard, who's a member of our group. The Tottenham Supplement's most famous member and 80s club legend, Mickey Hazard, played in what position? Okay, question number four. Tottenham Supplement's most famous member and 80s club legend, Mickey Hazard, played in what position? Got a big question coming up next. You should all get this one. Okay, under Spurs legends, question number five. Arguably, oh, and get well soon, by the way. Arguably one of our biggest ever legends, Jimmy Greaves, holds the record for the most England hat-tricks. Let's see some likes, by the way. Come on, for Jimmy Greaves. Let's see some likes for Jimmy Greaves. Arguably one of our biggest legends, Jimmy Greaves, holds the record for the most England hat-tricks. How many hat-tricks did he score for England? Okay, another multiple choice here. See, I'm throwing these multiple choice in so you can have a guess if you want. Question number six. Which of the following legends is not in the top 10 Tottenham goal scorers of all time? Okay, so which of the following legends is not in the Tottenham top 10 goal scorers of all time? A, Cliff Jones. B, Clive Allen. C, Alan Gilzean. D, Teddy Sheringham. Which one of the following legends is not in the top 10 Tottenham goal scorers of all time? Is it A, Cliff Jones, B, Clive Allen, C, Alan Gilzean, D, Teddy Sheringham? If you don't know, hazard a guess. Question number seven, something most of you should probably get this one right. Which captain lifted the last top flight trophy for us? Okay, so at the time that would have been League One, Division 1. Which captain lifted the top flight trophy for us? Bit of a fun one coming up next. Probably for those that remember it more my age. No sarcastic comments, please. Okay, question number 8. Glenn Hoddle and Chris Waddle famously burst into the charts with a hit record. What was the name of that song? I can hear it in my head now. Oh, God. Chris Waddle and Glenn Hoddle famously burst into the charts with a hit record. In the 80s it was. What was the name of that song? God alive, they were good days. Okay. Question number 9. What is the full reason that so many Tottenham fans hate Sol Campbell? I gave the full reason, not just, where he went. What is the full reason that so many Tottenham fans hate Sol Campbell? Judas. Okay. And final question of this round. He's one of our own, but what shirt number does Harry Kane currently wear at Tottenham? Okay? What shirt number does Harry Kane currently wear at Tottenham? Let's hope he keeps wearing it for years to come. Okay? So, we've done 2 rounds now. We've done Glory, Glory Days and Nights, and we've done Spurs Legends, right? And that's the end of those 2 rounds, okay? There's 10 points for that one, okay? Yeah, exactly. Okay, so everybody, eyes down. The next round is round 3, which is our White Hart Lane homes, old and new. A few facts on the stadiums. Okay, question number 1. What was the date of our final league game at White Hart Lane? And for a bonus point, who was it against? What was the date of our final league game at Old White Hart Lane? And for a bonus point, who was it against? So if you get either of them, you get a point. If you get both of them right, you get 2. Okay, question number 2. Multiple choice or multiple guess for those that don't know. How many years did we play at Old White Hart Lane? Was it A, 93, B, 118, C, 122, or D, 126? How many years did we play at Old White Hart Lane? 93, 118, 122, or 126? I'm just itching to find out what some of you have got for this. I really am. Okie dokie. Now, I've been a bit kind on this next one. What was the capacity of Old White Hart Lane when it closed? Now, to the nearest 1,000. I'm not expecting you to get every single one, right? But to the nearest 1,000, what was the capacity of Old White Hart Lane when it closed? I know. Here's one I know a few of my friends from the ground will know. Question number 4. Evening, Ian. How you doing? Question number 4. What was the East Stand in the Old White Hart Lane famously nicknamed or known as? Ah, nice easy one, that one. What was the East Stand in Old White Hart Lane famously nicknamed known as? Remember, don't post the comments up. Just keep it to yourself. Write your answers down. Comments are just for us and for general sarcasm. Okay. Question number 5 in the White Hart Lane homes. Remembering that we never used to have, all-seater stadiums, what was the record attendance at Old White Hart Lane? Now, I'll give you a margin of 5,000 either way. All right? Remembering that we used to have all-seater, we didn't used to have all-seater stadiums, yes, people used to stand. What was the record attendance at Old White Hart Lane? You've got to get within 5,000 either way. Hey, I'm being generous there. All right, so what do you think the record attendance was? Give you a clue, it was obviously when we were allowed to stand. Okay, now we're moving on to the new stadium, as yet unnamed. Okay. What is the capacity of the new Tottenham Hotspur Stadium to the nearest 1,000? So again, I'm not expecting you to get every single seat, but to the nearest 1,000, what is the capacity of the new Tottenham Hotspur Stadium? Okay, question number 7. What month and year did the new stadium properly open competitively, yeah? And for an extra point, who was the opposing team that we played? All right, so what month, stroke year, did the new stadium properly open competitively? And for an extra point, who was the opposing team that we played? I was stuck in the air coming back from America and had to sell my season ticket for that game. Sorry, gifted to a friend. Okay. The now famous South Stand is the largest single tier stand in the UK. What is the nickname for it? Okay, so the new, now famous South Stand is the largest single tier stand in the UK. What's the nickname for it? I'm wondering how many of you have given up now. I hope none of you, because I have put some easy ones in as well. By the way, what do we think of the lockdown beard? Look, not shaving it till the coronavirus is gone. Okie dokie. Moving on. Question number 9. The Tottenham Hotspur Stadium is the first and only stadium to be designed especially for NFL games outside of North America. Who were the two teams who played the opening NFL fixtures there in October of last year? So you get a point for each team, all right? So the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium is the first and only stadium outside of North America to be specially designed for NFL. Who were the two teams that played in the opening NFL fixture October last year? You get a point for each team. Yours has greys. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. So does mine. I found some stuff called herbiting. I said I'd never do it, but I did. I couldn't stand looking at the grey hair. Anyway, what else are you going to do? We're stuck at home. Right. Question number 10, so the final one in this round. What is the interesting fact about the floors of the new stadium concourses? Okay, there's something special. There's something interesting about the floors of the new stadium concourses. What is that? All right, you're nearly there, people. If you're still here, well done. If you're answering all the questions or you're still having a go at them, well done. That's some good questions so far. Okay, so that's the end of that round. Okay, so you've managed to go through round 1, which is the glory days and nights. Round 2, Spurs legends. Round 3, our White Hart Lane homes old and new. And round 4, which is the final one now, is the big one. And that's 20 questions, Spurs general knowledge. At the end, if anyone wants me to repeat any questions, by the way, I will, okay? So, eyes down for the final round. Come on, this is where you could all make it up. There's 20 points, no, 21 points here up for grabs, all right? So, here we go. Number 1, our club motto, Audere est facere, or facere, what does it mean? Audere est facere, what does it mean? That's our club motto. What does our club motto mean? Question number 2. Which manager was the last manager to lift a domestic trophy for us? What was the name of the manager who was the last to lift a domestic trophy for us? By the way, I did think these questions up, you know. I had to research and check a couple of them, but I didn't just rip them off the net. Very good, Dean. Yeah, it feels like that, doesn't it? Okay. Question number 3. Nice, easy one. You should all get this one. Who was Tottenham's double winning manager? Who was Tottenham's double winning manager? Question number 4. Which of these players played the most league games for our club? Was it A, Gary Mabbott, B, Pat Jennings, C, Steve Perryman, D, Jermaine Defoe? Okay, which of these players played the most league games for our club? Gary Mabbott, Pat Jennings, Steve Perryman, Jermaine Defoe. Okay, question number 5. Who scored Tottenham's very first Premier League goal? Who scored Tottenham's very first Premier League goal? Okay, that's not top flight, it's Premier League since its inception. Okay. Question number 6. It's all about traitors. Which player did not, which player did not represent both Tottenham and Arsenal? Multiple choice here. Was it A, Darren Anderton, B, William Gallas, C, Emmanuel Adebayor, and D, David Bentley? Which player did not represent both Tottenham and Arsenal? Darren Anderton, William Gallas, Emmanuel Adebayor, and David Bentley. Another multiple choice, question number 7. Which of the following have not manufactured a football kit for Tottenham? Which of the following have not manufactured a football kit for Tottenham? A, Umbro, B, Pony, C, Reebok, or D, Hummel? Which of the following have not manufactured a football kit for Tottenham? Umbro, Pony, Reebok, or Hummel? Nice easy one, this one. I was going to ask you what it stood for, but I thought I won't. Question number 8. What is the name of the controlling company that owns Tottenham Hotspur? What is the name of the controlling company that owns Tottenham Hotspur? General knowledge, question number 9. Tottenham Hotspur's biggest ever top flight win was against Wigan Athletic back in 2008. But what was the score? Tottenham Hotspur's biggest ever top flight win was against Wigan Athletic back in 2008. But what was the score? I hope you're finding these not too hard. I had to throw some easy and difficult ones in. Number 10, the halfway point of this round, final round. Which manager has the highest win percentage for Tottenham across all competitions? And that's multiple choice, this one. Which manager has the highest win percentage for Tottenham across all competitions? A, Bill Nicholson, B, Maurizio Pochettino, C, Frank Brettel, D, Arthur Rowe. Which manager has the highest win percentage for Tottenham across all competitions? Was it A, Bill Nicholson, B, Maurizio Pochettino, C, Frank Brettel, D, Arthur Rowe? Hazard a guess if you don't know. A, B, C or D. My favourite legend and yours. Question number 11. What shirt number did legend Glenn Hoddle famously wear for us? What shirt number did legend Glenn Hoddle famously wear for us? Doesn't mean if he's changed a couple of the very first few games, but for the majority of his time, what shirt number did Glenn Hoddle famously wear for us? Question number 12. Footballing superstar and netball king Diego Maradona pulled on the famous Lily White Spurs shirt for a testimonial game for who? And you get a bonus point for the team that we played. All right? So, footballing superstar Diego Maradona pulled on the famous Lily White Tottenham shirt for a testimonial game for who? Whose testimonial was it? And the bonus point, what was the team that we played? Keep your answers to yourself. Write your answers down. Footballing superstar Diego Maradona pulled on the famous Lily White Spurs shirt for a testimonial game for who? Whose testimonial was it? And a bonus point for which team did we play? Question number 13. The 10,000th Premier League goal was scored by a Tottenham player. Who was it? Was it A, Jurgen Klinsmann, B, Les Ferdinand, C, Harry Kane, or D, Teddy Sheringham? All right, the 10,000th Premier League goal was scored by a Spurs player. Who was it? Jurgen Klinsmann, Les Ferdinand, Harry Kane, or Teddy Sheringham? Question number 14 in the general knowledge side of it. Who, until last year, held the record for the fastest goal ever scored in the Premier League? This is another multiple choice. So, who until last year held the record for the fastest goal ever recorded in the Premier League? Was it A, Ledley King, B, Dimitar Berbatov, C. Scott Parker, or D. Heung-min Son? Who's held the record until last year for the fastest goal ever recorded in the Premier League? Was it Ledley King, Dimitar Berbatov, Scott Parker, or Heung-min Son? Okay, nearly come to the end now. 5 questions left of the epic Tottenham quiz. This is a true or false one. Tottenham were the first British club of the to win a major European trophy. True or false? Quite simple. Tottenham were the first British club of the modern era to win a major European trophy. True or false? If you don't know, hazard a guess. Barry, was you there for that as well? Okie dokie. Dean, I hope you're still here. I hope you're still giving it a good crack. Righty ho. Question number 16. Nice easy one. Tottenham are the only non-league club to win the FA Cup. What year did they win it? Okay. Tottenham are the only non-league club to win the FA Cup. What year did they win it? Question number 17. 3 left now. Multiple choice. Thanks, Ian. Multiple choice. Which player has never captained the club? Right? Which of these players has never captained the club? Right, I'll give you 15. I'll read 15 again in a minute. So question number 17. Which player has never captained the club? Is it A, Aaron Lennon, B, Alf Ramsey, C, Robbie Keane, or D, Michael Carrick? Right, at some point, most of those players have captained the club. Which one has never captained the club? Aaron Lennon, Alf Ramsey, Robbie Keane, or Michael Carrick? Okay. Complete the next line of this chant. Oh, Ledley, Ledley, he's only got one knee. Complete the next line of this chant. Oh, Ledley, Ledley, he's only got one knee. Who says I take myself too seriously, eh? Last 2 questions. Number 19. I like this one. Which Tottenham manager arrived late for his first Spurs press conference from Heathrow Airport brandishing a London Underground ticket with the words, "I want this to become the ticket of my dreams"? What a brat. I'm sorry. Okay, which Tottenham manager arrived late for his first Spurs press conference from Heathrow Airport brandishing a London Underground ticket, saying the words, "I want this to become the ticket to my dreams"? And well done, you've made it. The final question. The final of the 50 questions. Number 20. We all know we haven't won a trophy for far too long. So the last question is, what year did Tottenham last win a major trophy? What trophy was it? And who did we beat? You get no points unless you answer all 3 questions, all right? So, we haven't won a trophy for so long. What year did we win our last major trophy? What was that trophy? And who did we beat? And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the big Tottenham quiz. Please, before I start reading out the answers, can you please just let me know what you thought of it, all right? Feedback for next time. Hopefully it was a bit of a laugh and you enjoyed it. If you want to play it again, you can always play it back later or play it with your friends. It's going to be there in the passages of time forevermore. Okay, let's crack on with the answers then. I'm shocked by my lack of knowledge on some of those. Really, really, Chris? I will be shocked. Right, listen to you people. Write this down, okay? Write this down, because this is how we're going to determine how good you are. And as the scores go up, you can see what bracket you're in. So if you get anything more than 45, you're a true Tottenham aficionado, the cream of the crop, all right? Ian, I'll read that out to you again. I'll read you again. Okay. So, if you have scored anything more than 45, you are a true Tottenham aficionado. You're the cream of the crop, right? If you get anything between 35 and 44, you're pretty much a clued up, pretty darn good fan, right? You're not a true Tottenham aficionado, but you're a clued up, pretty good fan. If you get anything between 25 and 34, not bad, but you need a bit of improvement, right? Yep, everyone that's asking for questions to be repeated, I will repeat them now. Okay, if you get anything below 24, are you Arsenal in disguise? So anything below 24, are you Arsenal in disguise? Okay, so let's go. Let's have a look. Ian, you missed the first three. Okay, so the first three, that was round one. Glory, glory. Okay, so this one's for Ian. Ian. So the first question was, how many times have Spurs won back-to-back FA Cups? Okay, question one was, how many times have Spurs won back-to-back FA Cups? What else did you miss? You missed the next question as well. The next question was, how many times have Spurs won the League Cup, or the Worthington's Cup, or the Milk Cup, or the Carabao, whatever you want to call it? How many times have Spurs won the League Cup? Okay, question number three was, in 1984, in a glory, glory night in the UEFA Cup final, Spurs beat Anderlecht at White Hart Lane. But what was the score at the first leg in Brussels? So at White Hart Lane, we lifted the UEFA Cup. Fantastic night, 1984. I remember sitting up. My dad had let me stay up late to watch that. And there's a picture of me that I sent to Chris today when I was a kid watching that game. So in 1984, glory, glory night, when we beat Anderlecht in the UEFA Cup final, what was the score in the first leg? And the first, what else did you need? Dino, you needed repeat 4 and 5. Was that in the opening section? Yeah, 4 and 5. Was that in the opening section? Question 4 was, in our Champions League final against Liverpool last year, what minute did we concede our first goal? Oh, in general. Sorry, it was in general. Okay, 4 and 5 in general. 2 seconds. Question 4 in general knowledge was, which of these players played the most league games for our club? Right, it's a multiple choice. Which of these players played the most league games? Was it Gary Mabbott, Pat Jennings, Steve Perryman, or Jermaine Defoe? Defoe. Okay, and question number 5. So was it Gary Mabbott, Pat Jennings, Steve Perryman, or Defoe? Right, number 5 was, who scored Tottenham's very first ever Premier League goal? Who scored Tottenham's very first Premier League goal? Okie dokie karaoke. Has everybody got all the questions now? Does anyone need me to repeat anything else at all? I don't mind. Ian, is that your lot? Ian and Dean, is that it? Have you got it all? Right, and for those of you tuning in now, by the way, that didn't do the quiz, this is a good chance for you to research and do some remembering, revising. Right, if I don't hear anything, I shall now crack on with the answers. Remember, anything more than 45, you're a true Tottenham aficionado, cream of the crop. Anything between 35 and 44, you're a clued up, pretty good fan. Anything between 25 and 34, not bad, but you need some improvement. Anything below 24, are you Arsenal in disguise? Okay, here we go. Here are the answers. So, glory, glory nights. Number 1, how many times have Spurs won back-to-back FA Cups? Of course, the answer is twice. 61-62 and 81-82. Twice we have won back-to-back FA Cups. Number 2, how many times have Spurs won the League Cup? The answer is 4. We have 4 League Cups. By the way, if any of you dispute this and you think I've got it wrong, I will go to a steward's inquiry. Okie dokie. In 1984, in the UEFA Cup final, we beat Anderlecht at White Hart Lane. What was the score at the first leg in Brussels? The score was 1-1. The score in Brussels was 1-1. Question number 4. In our Champions League final against Liverpool last year, what minute did we concede our first goal? If you had a second minute, you would be right. What load of toss that was. Okay, so the answer to that one, in our Champions League final against Liverpool last year, what minute did we concede our first goal? It was the second minute. My dad's just joined. Well done. Joined after all the questions. You can answer them as you go along. Okay, let's have a look. What question are we on now? All right, so question number 5. In the epic 91 Wembley FA Cup semi-final against Arsenal, Gaza scored that famous free kick. What was the final score? It was 3-1 to Tottenham. It was a wonderful 35-yard free kick, and I was there with my dad. We went there and we watched that. 35-yard free kick. Fantastic goal. One of Gaza's best. Okay, the answer to the next question, number 6. In the epic 63 European Cup Winners' Cup final, what was the final score and who did we play? The final score was a whopping 5-1 to Tottenham, and we played Atletico Madrid. If you didn't get 5-1 and Atletico Madrid, you get 0 points, nil point. Okay, that's the votes of the Belgian jury. Okay, nil point if you didn't get them both. So 5-1 Atletico Madrid. Question number 7 was also in the epic 63 European Cup Winners' Cup final. Name any of the 2 goal scorers for either team. Okay, the answer you could have given was Jimmy Greaves, John White, Terry Dyson, or Enrique Collar. Could have given any of those. Greaves, White, Dyson, Collar. Okay. Give me a thumbs up if you're doing all right at the moment. Thumbs down if you're doing pants. Okay. Oh, hang on. We're done here. Right. Okie dokie. Number 8 was name either of the 2 Tottenham goal scorers when we beat Nottingham Forest in the 91 Cup final. So name either of the 2 Tottenham goal scorers. That means who scored the goals for Tottenham. Right? Doesn't necessarily mean they were both Tottenham players. And the answer is Paul Stewart or Des Walker, because Des Walker scored an own goal. Okay, they scored our 2 goals. So Paul Stewart or Des Walker. Question number 9 was, we all remember the amazing night a couple of years ago when we beat Real Madrid 3-1 in the Champions League. How many times have we beaten Real Madrid in total? And the answer is just the once. It was just that match. We've lost 3, drawn 2, and won 1. And the final one for that section was in question 10 was, who were our opponents in our very first ever Champions League match 2010-2011 season? It was a qualifier and it was Young Boys. And we won 6-3 in aggregate. Okay, so they're the answers to the first section. So give you a second just to total them up, how many you've got. There was 10 points available there. If any of you need the answers again, please let me know. Okay, and then we'll go on to the next round, which was Spurs Legends, and give you the answers from that. Okay, remember, if you're just joining in, welcome. We've had our Spurs quiz. However, I'm reading out the questions as we go through the answers. So if you want to just read them off there and then you can. Okay, question number 1 was, in 1989, Gary Lineker signed for Tottenham in a £1.1 million deal. What club did he transfer from? The answer was Barcelona. Barcelona. And he's made more money from Walker's Crisps than he has from any game of football he's ever played. Question number 2 was, Pat Jennings was our legendary keeper from 64 to 77. How many appearances did he make for us? The answer was D. He made 427 appearances for us. He made 420. I'm interested in who got that right. Just message if you got that right. Come on. Just comment if you got that one right. I want to know who got that right. Pat Jennings, our legendary keeper. He made 427 appearances for us. Don't tell me nobody got that right. Okay. Chris's favourite, Gareth Bale. One of our most recent famous legends. How many goals did he score for our club? The answer was A. He scored 42. Okay, so Gareth Bale scored 42. Chris, you picked C. 401. That was a little trick one there. I'll put that in. Yeah, Gareth Bale was our most famous recent legend. He scored only 42 goals. I was shocked by that. I thought he'd scored more. So if you had A, that's a point. Question number 4 was the Tottenham Supplement's most famous member and 80s club legend, Mickey Hazard, with the hair, played in what position? The answer was central midfield. He played central midfield. Loved Mickey. Still love Mickey. One of my favourite legends. He's top boy. Absolute top boy. Question number 5 was arguably one of our biggest ever legends, Jimmy Greaves, holds the record for the most England hat-tricks. How many hat-tricks did he score for England? A whopping 6. What a player. Don't make them like him anymore. Get well soon, Jimmy Greaves, from everyone at the Tottenham supplement, he scored 6 hat-tricks for England. Question number 6. Which of the following legends is not in the top 10 Tottenham goal scorers of all time? Clive Allen. He only scored 60. He would have needed to score 124 to be listed, which was how many that Teddy Sheringham got. So, yep, Cliff Jones was, Alan Gilzean was, Teddy Sheringham was, Clive Allen wasn't. Question number 7 was an easy one. Which captain lifted the last top flight trophy for us? Danny Blanchflower, of course. This was a great one. I want to know. I really want to know. Please, I want you to comment if you got this next one right. Glenn Hoddle and Chris Waddle famously burst into the charts with a hit record. What was the name of the song? Diamond Lights. Reached number 12, would you believe it, in the UK charts. Diamond Lights, gonna change your life. Come on, who got that right? Comment, I want to see who got that right. Diamond Lights was the song that hit number 12 in the UK charts with Glenn Hoddle. Easy that. And who did they get a follow-up song? Right. They didn't get a contract from Simon either. Right. Darling, I love you. Exactly. Okay, number 9 was, what was the full reason that so many fans hate Sol Campbell? It wasn't just that he signed for Tottenham. The answer is, he told the press that he was going to re-sign for Tottenham, but he then signed for Arsenal. It wasn't just that he signed for Arsenal. He told everyone that he was going to renew his contract at the end of his contract. Instead of letting it run out, he was going to renew it for Tottenham, and then he went for a free and signed for Arsenal. If you got that whole answer, I'm trusting you to get the whole answer, you got a point. If you didn't get that whole answer and you just wrote he signed for Arsenal, you get 0 point. Okay? Good riddance to him. He was never as good as Ledley anyway. That's the end of that round, okay? So there was 10 points available for there, so I'll let you quickly top that up, okay? There was 10 points for both of those rounds, so I'll let you quickly add those together. And then we'll move on to our White Hart Lane homes. I'm hoping you're enjoying this, people. I'm having a laugh. Why not? Hoddle and Waddle, eh? Oh, they don't make music like that anymore. Thank God. Okay. Over to our White Hart Lane homes. So, question 1 was, what was the date of our final league game at Old White Hart Lane? Oh, you missed the last question. So the last question was, oh, sorry, I did. You're right. Sorry. He's one of our own. What shirt number does Harry Kane wear at Tottenham? The answer is number 10. Sorry about that. What shirt number does Harry Kane wear at Tottenham? Number 10. Sorry, that was the last one. So you got that one there. Only gave 9 answers in the last one. Okay, there you go. The Harry Kane shirt number was shirt number 10. Sorry about that, people. Harry Kane shirt number 10. All right. Okie dokie. On to White Hart Lane. What was the date of our final league game at the Old White Hart Lane? And for a bonus point, who was it against? It was the 14th of May, 2017. 14th of May, 2017. And a bonus point, it was against Manchester United. We won 2-1. Okay. Yeah, I've just said that, Dean. Question 10 was Harry Kane's shirt number was number 10. Right? Harry Kane's shirt number was number 10. Okay, so what was the date of our final league game at Old White Hart Lane? It was the 14th of May, 2017, against Man United. If you got over those, a point each. So you could get 2 points for that. Okay. Question number 2 was multiple choice. How many years did we play at Old White Hart Lane? It was 118. It was B. We played for 118 years at Old White Hart Lane. Question number 3 was, what was the capacity of Old White Hart Lane when it closed to the nearest 1,000? All right. The capacity was 36,284. So if you wrote 36,000, you get yourself a point. Anything other than 36,000, you get nothing. All right. So the old capacity was 36,000. 36,284. Here's one I expect many of you to know. What was the East Stand in Old White Hart Lane famously nicknamed as? It was called the Shelf. We all missed the Shelf. Okay. Number 5. Remembering that we never used to have all-seater stadiums, right? What was the record attendance at the Old White Hart Lane to the nearest 5,000? It was 75,038. All right. So if you got either side of 75, you've got 5,000 either side of it. 80,000 or 70,000, I'll give you that, but 75,038. It was for an FA Cup tie on the 5th of March in 1938 against Sunderland, believe it or not. And the new stadium, question number 6. What was the capacity of the new Tottenham Hotspur Stadium to the nearest thousand? It's 62,303. So if you've got 62,000, you get a point. Anything other than 62,000, you get nothing. 62,303. Okie dokie. Question number 7 was, what month and year did the new stadium properly open? So no, just the month and the year. That year did the new stadium open competitively? And for an extra point, who was the opposing team? It was actually the 3rd of April. It was April 2019, and it was against Crystal Palace, and we won 2-0. Just thought I'd get that one in there. Okay, so Crystal Palace, and it was the 3rd of April 2019. You got a point. Well done. Is that the only point you've got out of the whole game? That's terrible. And John Meehan's probably been a fan longer than most on here as well. Okay. The now famous South Stand is the largest single tier in stand in the UK. What is the nickname of it? It's nicknamed the Wall of Sound. Get a point if you got that one. It's the Wall of Sound. Question number 8. Question number 9. The Tottenham Hotspur Stadium is the first and only stadium to be designed specially for the NFL games outside of North America. Who were the 2 teams that played the opening NFL fixture there? My team, Chicago Bears, and the Oakland Raiders. Chicago Bears and the Oakland Raiders. The Raiders narrowly won 24-21. Good game, actually. And question number 10, the final one in that round. What was the interesting fact about the floor of the new stadium concourses? The interesting fact is they're made up from the crushed aggregate from the old White Hart Lane. All right, so all the aggregate that they got from the crushed White Hart Lane, they made the new floors. Okay, so there was 12 points available in that one. Before we go into our last round of general knowledge, okay, so there was 12 points there, so I'll just give you a second to add anything up. Hopefully you're all staying with me. We all good to go? Okay, so here's the scoring for the final round, which was the general knowledge. This is where you had a chance to make up the points. There was 20 here, let's go. 21 points actually. Number 1, our club motto, Audere est facere, or facere. What does it mean, Audere est facere? What does it mean? To dare is to do. Splattered around the ground, to dare is to do. Okay. Number 2, which manager was the last to lift a domestic trophy for us? Juan de Ramos. Juan de Ramos, last one as our trophy. Who was Tottenham's double winning manager? Question number 3. That's an easy one. Who was Tottenham's double winning manager? Bill Nicholson. John Meehan, I'm sure you got another point there. Question number 4. Be interesting to see who got this one. Which of these players played at the most league games for our club? Was it Gary Mabbott, Pat Jennings, Steve Perryman, or Jermaine Defoe? The answer was C, Steve Perryman. Steve Perryman. He had 655 games, our captain. A whopping 655. He's way out there. Okay, who scored Tottenham's very first Premier League goal? It was, Teddy Sheringham. Teddy Sheringham scored our first ever Premier League goal. Okay, question number 6. Which player did not represent Tottenham and Arsenal? Which one did not represent Tottenham and Arsenal? It was Darren Anderton. Okay, William Gallas, Emmanuel Adebayor and David Bentley have all represented Spurs and Arsenal. Which player did not? It was Darren Anderton. Sick note, as we remember him. Question number 7. Which of the following have not manufactured a football kit for Tottenham? Was it Umbro, Pony, Reebok or Hummel? The answer was Reebok. Reebok have not manufactured a football kit for Tottenham. Number 8 was an easy one. What is the name of the controlling company that owns Tottenham Hotspur? It was ENIC. ENIC. You don't get any points if you say Daniel Levy. Answer is ENIC. Number 9. Tottenham Hotspur's biggest ever top flight win was against Wigan Athletic back in 2008. The score was 9-1 to Tottenham. 9-1. Okay, number 10 was which manager has the highest win percentage? This was a good one. Which manager has the highest win percentage for Tottenham across all competitions? Was it Bill Nicholson, Maurizio Pochettino, Frank Brettel, or Arthur Rowe? It was Frank Brettel. 58.73%. Okay, it was 58.73. No, 58.73. So, and next was actually Pochettino out of these four, 54%, 54.24. But no, Frank Brettel was that one. My favourite legend, Glenn Hoddle. What number did he famously wear for us? He wore number 10. He wore the number 10 shirt. Number 12, footballing superstar and handball, netball fantastic player Diego Maradona pulled on the famous Lily White Spurs shirt for a testimonial game for who? It was Ozzy Ardiles. It was his testimonial, fellow Argentinian. And for the bonus point, we played Inter. So if you got that, there's 2 points. Ozzy and Inter. It was in 1986. Okay, question number 13. The 10,000th Premier League goal. This was an easy one, I thought, but the 10,000th Premier League goal was scored by a Spurs player. Who was it? Was it Klinsmann, Ferdinand, Kane, or Sheringham? It was Les Ferdinand. B. Les Ferdinand famously scored the 10,000th Premier League goal. So until last year, another Spurs player held a record, which was the record for the fastest ever goal recorded in the Premier League. Who was that? Was it Ledley King, Dimitar Berbatov, Scott Parker, or Heung-min Son? It was Ledley. Ledley scored in 9.82 seconds against Bradford. It's now Shane Long who scored in 7.69. So he hasn't got that record anymore, sadly, but it was Ledley King. Okie dokie. Number 15. Tottenham were the first British club of the modern era to win a major European trophy. Was that true or false? Tottenham were the first British club of the modern era to win a major European trophy. It was true. European Cup Winners' Cup, 1963. 1963. Okay. Question number 16 was Tottenham are the only non-league club to win the FA Cup. What year did they win it? Nice and easy. It's lucky for Spurs when the year ends in 1901. 1901. Number 17 was which player has never captained the club? Has never ever, even if it's for a single game, which player has never captained the club? The answer is A. Aaron Lennon, B. Alf Ramsey, C. Robbie Keane, or D. Michael Carrick. It was Michael Carrick has never captained the club. All the others have at some point or other been the captain of Tottenham. Question number 18 was complete the next line of this chant. Oh, Ledley, Ledley, he's only got one knee. He's better than John Terry. Oh, Ledley, Ledley. So he's better than John Terry. Question number 19. The Tottenham manager. Which Tottenham manager arrived late for his first Spurs press conference from Heathrow Airport, brandishing a London Underground ticket with the words, I want this to become my ticket to the dreams? It was Christian Gross. What a dope. It was not a very good reign. Christian Gross. And the final question, the final one. We all know that we haven't won a trophy for far too long. So, what year did Tottenham win a major trophy? What trophy was it? And who did we beat? You've got to get all three, otherwise you get nothing. You don't get a point for each, you get 1 point if you got all three. What was the major trophy, the last one we won? Who did we beat? And what year was it? It was the 2008 League Cup against Chelsea. 21 points available there. So, tot your scores up. I want you to all now post your scores. Come on, don't be shy. What did you get? I'll give you a minute to add them up. So, the first round you could have got a possible 10. The second round you could have got a possible 10. The third round you could have got a possible 12. And the final round, 21. Is there any questions that anyone needs me to repeat? Barry Rouse, 42 points. Oh, you are literally just outside the 45. You're a clued up, pretty super fan, mate. You're a pretty darn good fan. You are literally just outside that 45. That's a damn good effort. Well done, Barry. Well done. Come on, I want to see your scores. Chris, come on, Chris. 43 for Ian. Oh, Ian, you're just 2 away from being the top flight. You are still a clued up super fan. That's damn good. That's very, very good. Scott, joined before you started the answers, and I got 43. Well done. Well done. My God, you get some high points here, guys. I'm very impressed. Mel, 36. Yeah, that's not bad. You're in that bracket as well. Chris, 43. You, my friend, I thought you'd get in the top one, but you're all so far. You've all got into that bracket. Well done. Any more for any more? Have we got any more for any more? Well done. Oh, I'm glad not everyone got everything right. That means it wasn't too easy, and I'm glad that you got some quite high scores because it means it wasn't too difficult. Anyone else? Anyone else? So remember, if you got anything more than 45, you're a true Tottenham aficionado, the cream of the crop. Anything between 35 and 44, you're a clued up, pretty super fan. Anything between 25 and 34, not bad, but you need some improvement. And anything below 24, are you Arsenal in disguise? If you really enjoyed it, maybe if we're locked in again, I'll do another one. Mix it up, see if we can mix it up a bit. Maybe we'll do another one next week, all right? So anyway, ladies and gents, thank you very much. I wish you a happy Easter. And, sorry we're all still locked in, but, let's help everyone get through this. Let's stay at home. Let's help the NHS. Save lives. Be safe, everybody. And hopefully we'll see you all on the other side of this. Adios. Come on, you Spurs.